Al-Qur'an, Chapter 13. Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra. These are the verses of the book, and what was sent down to you from your Lord is the truth. But most people do not believe. It is God who raised the heavens without pillars that you can see, then established himself on the throne, and subjugated the sun and the moon. Each runs for an appointed time. He manages the matter and details the science, so that you may be certain of meeting your Lord. And it is He who extended the earth and placed therein mountains and rivers, and of all the fruits. He made therein two pairs, covering the night with the day. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who reflect. And on the earth are adjacent plots, and gardens of grapes and crops, and date palms, joined and unpaired, irrigated with one water, and we prefer some of them over others in eating. Indeed, in that are signs for people who understand. And if you wonder, then wonder what they say. If we were dust, shall we then be in a new creation? Those are those who disbelieve in their Lord, and there are shackles around their necks, and they are the companions of the fire, wherein they will abide. And they rush you with evil before good, and examples have passed before them, and your Lord is full of forgiveness for people for their wrongdoing, and your Lord is severe in punishment. And those who disbelieve say, why is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? You are only a warner, and for every people there is a guide. God knows what every female bears, what the wombs decrease and what increase, and everything he has is in measure. The witness of the world of the unseen and of the great transcendent. It is the same among you who secretly says it and who speaks it out loud, and who hides at night and flees during the day. He has protection in front of him and behind him. This protection protects him by God's command. Indeed, God does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. And if God wills evil for a people, then there is no turning it back, and they have no guardian besides him. It is He who shows you lightning for fear and hope, and creates heavy clouds. And the thunder glorifies Him with His praise, and the angels out of fear of Him. And He sends the thunderbolts and strikes with them whomever He wills, and they argue about God, and God is invincible. He is the call of truth, and those who are called upon other than Him do not respond to them with anything, except as He extends His palms to water so that it reaches His mouth and it does not reach Him. And the supplication of the unbelievers is nothing but an error. And to God prostrate all who are in the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly, and their shadows in the morning and evening. Say, who is the Lord of the heavens and the earth? Say, God. Say, have you taken guardians besides Him who have no power for themselves to benefit or harm? Say, are the blind and the seeing alike, or are darkness and light alike? Or have they assigned partners to God who created like His creation, so their creation is similar? Say, God is the creator of all things, and He is the one, the mighty. He sends down water from the sky, and the valleys flow according to their measure. So the torrent bears a rising foam. And from that which they melt in the fire for jewelry or goods arises scum like it. Thus God strikes the truth and falsehood. As for the scum, it vanishes as nothingness, and as for what benefits people, it remains on the earth. Thus does God set forth proverbs. For those who responded to their Lord the best, and those who did not respond to Him, even if they had all that is on earth and the like of it with Him, and they may have ransomed with it, those will have a bad reckoning, and their abode is hell and an evil resting place. Is He who knows that what has been sent down to you from your Lord is the truth, like He who is blind? Only those of understanding mind remember. Those who fulfill God's covenant and do not break the covenant. And those who connect what God has commanded to be connected, and fear their Lord, and fear an evil reckoning. And those who are patient, seeking the face of their Lord, and establish prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them secretly and openly, and they ward off evil with good, those have the afterlife for them. Gardens of bliss they will enter, and those who are righteous among their fathers, wives, and offsprings, and the angels will enter them from every gate. Peace be upon you for what you have been patient with, so enjoy the ultimate abode. And those who break God's covenant after its binding, and sever what God commanded to be joined, and cause corruption in the land, for them is the curse, and for them is a bad abode. God simplifies the sustenance for whomever He wills, and appreciates, and they rejoiced in the life of this world, and the life of this world in comparison to the hereafter is nothing but fleeting enjoyment. And those who disbelieve say, why is not a sign sent down to him from his Lord? Say, God leads astray whom He wills, and guides him whomever He wills. Those who believe and whose hearts find rest in the remembrance of God, verily in the remembrance of God do hearts find rest. Those who believe and do righteous deeds will be blessed and a good destination. Thus we have sent you among a community before which other communities have passed, so that you may recite to them what we have revealed to you. And they deny the most merciful. Say, He is my Lord, there is no deity but He, on Him I rely, and to Him is repentance. And if there was a recitation with which the mountains would move, or the earth would be cut apart, or the dead would be spoken to with, rather, the matter belongs to God altogether. Have those who believed not despaired that if God had willed, He would have guided all of the people, and for those who disbelieved, disaster will still befall because of what they have done. Or it will befall near their home until the promise of God comes. Indeed, God does not fail in His promise. Messengers before you were mocked, so I dictated to those who disbelieved. Then I took them, so how was the punishment? Who is more than He, existing in all the same for what it has earned? And yet they set up partners for God. Say, name them, or do you inform Him of what He does not know on earth, or is it apparent from the saying? Rather, their plotting has been made fair for those who disbelieved, and hindered from their path, and whoever God leads astray, He has no guidance. They have a torment in their worldly life, and the torment of the hereafter is more severe, and they have no protector from God. It is like the paradise promised to the righteous, beneath which rivers flow, and their food is everlasting, and its shadow is the end of those who feared God, and the end of the disbelievers is the fire. And those to whom we have given the book rejoice in what has been revealed to you, and of the parties are those who deny some of it. Say, I am only commanded to worship God and not associate anything with Him. I invite to Him, and to Him I return. Thus we have sent it down as an Arabic judgment, and if you follow their whims after the knowledge has come to you, you have no guardian or protector from God. We have already sent messengers before you, and made spouses for them and offspring, and it was not for a messenger to come with a sign except by God's permission. For every term there is a revelation. God erases what He wills and affirms, and with Him is the mother of all records. And if we show you some of what we promise them, or we make you die, then it is only upon you to communicate, and ours is the reckoning. Do they not see that we come to the earth, diminishing it from its edges, and God judges? There is no reversal of His judgment, and He is swift in reckoning. And those before them plotted, so God knows all the plotting, what every soul earns, and the infidels will know who is behind the house. And those who disbelieve say, You are not a messenger. Say, God is sufficient as a witness between me and you, and He who has knowledge of the record.